Hello, hello, hello. Let's see.
What's an 1821, my friend?
Hey, I'm on the live stream. That good? It was actually. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Can I get a 5x5? If you can hear me, let me get a 5x5. Hey, if you can hear me, let me get a 5x5 in the chat, please, and I'll get this thing going. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I hope everybody's doing all right today. I've got a hell of a video. I'm going to watch it here with you. We're going to talk about this. This man put this sheriff's department in check. Put them in check big time. Big time. He knows his stuff. A lot of y'all have probably seen him in chats. I know in mine. He gets in. I think he's been in every video that I've released on We the People News or Tyrant Cam. But this is Phoenix, Title II, ADA auditor, and he knows his stuff when it comes to Title II ADA compliance. When it comes to public entities. Sheriff's departments, police departments, city halls. So we're gonna put this thing on now, and I'm gonna let you watch.
Howdy. How you doing today? Good. How are you, sir?
All is well. What we got going on today?
Do you see a publicly posted?
You drinking water too?
Sir?
I know it's hot and muggy out that bad boy.
Yeah.
I can see you sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot. You see your public notices here?
Yes.
Okay. Where's your Americans with Disabilities Act public notice?
Now we don't have it out here, but we do have it in our break room. And
can you escort me there so I can see it?
No, sir. I'm swamped looking at nobody's business. I'm going to direct you to our person, who is Tracy Dove.
Okay, so I've got to stop it there for just a second. I want to do a little bit of commentary with this because there's things that need to be pointed out right here. Okay, this is a public notice for ADA compliance, Americans with Disabilities Act. He asked the officer here, the captain, was it a captain? No. Sergeant, okay. He asked him where the public notice is. The sergeant says, in the break room, okay. Richard asked, can I see the notice? And he says, no. So what that means is that the general public cannot see this notice. They don't have it posted publicly, which is required by the act. Let's continue.
You about to get on the schedule, get a meeting with her? Matter of fact, let me get my pad.
Joanna McDuffie says she's the ADA coordinator. Tracy Dove was the one that was appointed the ADA coordinator.
Right.
Now Tracy Dove is the Title VI grant writer too. So Tracy Dove has been committing fraud to the federal government to receive DOJ funds and federal funds, any federal funds, any US DOJ funds since 2007 that you guys have received. You received it fraudulently. There's no 11th Amendment immunities for violating Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is what Tracy Dove has been doing, and the sheriff has been signing off on it, and I'm sure the sheriff doesn't look at it and trust his people and just signs it, not knowing what he's doing.
Let me get you on a schedule so you can talk to him about all that.
Now the sheriff and I have talked.
Oh, good. When's the last time y'all talked?
Oh gosh, it was a while ago. And then I called Scott Hayes, who was your attorney at the time.
Yeah.
When are you going to educate your deputies on the Americans with Disabilities Act and the laws that protect the disabled citizens? See,
and what did
I'm
Hayes,
disabled.
What did Hayes say?
I'm not. Click.
That was Scott Hayes though?
Yeah. So I sent him an email. In the email, I used a metaphor. People that know me, like Forest Acres Police, like investigator Baxter with Forest Acres Police.
Yeah, I know Baxter.
You can call Baxter, and Baxter will tell you, yeah, that boy is on the internet all the time doing these aviation air combat stuff on a regular basis.
Oh, yes, sir.
And World War II stuff, and he's shooting planes down online and stuff. In my email to Scott Hayes, I used a metaphor. The metaphor I used is, I hope you can fly better than me, because if you can't, I'm going to shoot you down. Okay? Now, let's talk about.
Now he took that as a threat.
Let's talk about that, because that's what he did.
He took it as a threat.
Now let's talk about that.
He was using the metaphor.
That's the metaphor. Okay? Let's talk about that. At that time, John McCain was still alive. Let's subpoena John McCain and ask him what it's like to be shot down. Why can we do that? Because he was shot down, not killed in action.
He was a POW.
There's a difference between shot down and killed in action.
John McCain was a POW.
Okay, there's a difference between shot down and killed in action. Okay, you know, let's subpoena Scott O'Grady. Let's ask him what it's like to be shot down. Why can we do that? He was shot down. He was not killed in action.
You know, you're talking to a military veteran, 22 years now.
That's
so
awesome.
I definitely know the difference between shot down.
I'm glad. Now, what I just recently did was I filed a police report on my phone and recorded the whole thing.
With who? Forest Acres?
Nope, Kershaw County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, okay.
I said, hey, I got Leon Lott to comply. Look, you can find it right there under the Public Affairs Office information. On the bottom, you'll see the link, ADA notice.
What was Kershaw County's reply?
So I've got to pause it again right there, because it's very important to know this is how the government, this is what we can expect from the government: to not be in compliance, be in violation of the law, and then to retaliate when called out. So instead of hold on one second. I lost my train of thought right there. I'm just going to go ahead and play this back, or continue playing it.
They're not complying yet. The sheriff hasn't complied yet either.
They didn't think you was trying to press them on nothing, did they?
Well, I filed a police report first. Now I've emailed the sheriff. And when I emailed the sheriff, I carbon copied Teresa Kitchens.
Okay.
Who's Teresa Kitchens?
Now she's the ADA rep over there, right?
SLED.
Oh, she's SLED. Okay, gotcha.
She's SLED ADA coordinator.
Gotcha.
Now, do you think that if I asked Leon Lott to contact Teresa Kitchens and ask her about compliance, that he might learn a few things?
I couldn't tell you, but I'm quite sure he would contact her if need be.
If you were Leon Lott, an elected official, who is the biggest minority group in the United States of America with voting rights?
Who would you say?
People with disabilities, because disabilities do not discriminate. There are more of us than there's Mexicans. There's more of us than African Americans. There's more of us than, you know, Hispanics or whatever, you know.
But you don't think their rights are infringed upon, do you?
Well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go to the voting booths, I see plenty of people with disabilities have vans.
Richland County has their voting commission has been drugged into court by the DOJ several times for ADA violations in their voting booth.
Well, that's why they've been complying. Because the last 3 voting cycles that I've been there, people with disabilities, they were going above and beyond to make sure that they were that requirement was satisfied.
And they voted.
Yeah, the
Now,
last
I
2
went
election cycles.
to the Richland County Recreation Commission, dressed just like I am now. Started a nonprofit organization, the Phoenix Volunteer ADA Title II
And
compliance.
you started with Rich County,
the Secretary of State's office.
when you started it?
Oh, well, if you look at it, it'll tell you that I've been in good standing since 1998.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what I did was I changed the South Carolina Highway Emergency and Local Patrol, because we're not patrolling anymore. We're not helping y'all anymore. We're not doing any of that anymore. Because like the troopers advertised Star 47. And then when we were using it, they began to think we were abusing it. So,
But why?
I don't know.
Did they ever give you an explanation?
Well, let me see. I used it on a reckless driver in Richland County, followed the reckless driver to York County. Hung
You
up,
followed them all the way from Richland to York?
yeah, hung up the phone with the,
Now, let me ask you this. Why you was following from Richland to York? Were you on the phone with Highway Patrol?
yeah,
It took that long for somebody to get
I
involved?
hung up the phone with them when I hit York County. I dialed 911. York County deputies stopped them.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, good.
Then a trooper finally caught up to us.
Okay.
Trooper says, I ain't seen him. And he hadn't.
Right. Exactly.
So here I am on the side of the
He would
road.
have had the witness the.
Here I am on the side of the road.
This is pretty
With a
fucking
vapor
embarrassing.
rescue
4
squad
people on
vehicle
here
with
between
red lights on.
Facebook and 2
Not blue
YouTube
lights,
channels.
red.
Now it's 7. Okay, still it's pretty fucking
The
embarrassing. if you ask
Trooper,
me.
D.W.
I
Jenkins,
should have gone live.
D89,
I guess vertically.
in
If that even
York
fucking
County,
matters anymore.
started looking at me like, okay, you're impersonating the police. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I dialed star 47, dude. I've been on the phone with y'all since Richland County on star 47.
All they do go back and review the tapes.
And I said, and oh, by the way, since 1976, all law enforcement vehicles are mandated to have at least one blue, flashing, rotating, or oscillating blue in color light. Do you see any blue lights on that vehicle? We'll go fishing. So he says, well, we got this dog. Can I search your car? No, you can't search my car. Well, we got this dog. Will you see my service dog sitting in that car? I said, you go ahead and call any dog you want, and I'm going to swear up and down it's a false hit. Because my dog is in there, his food is in there, his treats are in there, his toys are in there. And I'm going to call that a false hit.
What was his
Plus, I don't do drugs. I was an emergency medical technician, Batesburg Lethal Rescue Squad, disability retired, Richland County EMS.
Are you retired Rich County EMS?
Yes.
Oh, give me another one then. What I'm talking about. How long you been retired?
August of 2001, because of hernias.
Okay.
After my 3rd hernia surgery, the doctor said, okay, you're good to go back to work, full-time regular duty. Doctor, don't you realize what I do for a living? No, what do you do for a living? I pick up beach whales for a living. No more picking up beach whales for you.
You know what you told him?
Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. And you see it, you know. You see it, you know. You see it, you know. Okay? As a result of me and Scott Hayes, and before I confess to you, let me say this. You cannot put somebody on trespass notice on public property.
That what Scott Hayes was trying to do?
I'm on trespass notice from here.
All right.
What?
All Richland County Sheriff's property.
Let's pause this right here. Okay. This is crazy, but it's not surprising. And that's the thing. It's like society, I think, is just completely desensitized to this type of shit. And that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Okay. They trespassed him from the sheriff's department because he was trying to hold them accountable to the Americans with Disabilities Act. as a disabled American. And the fact that he points this out, that they are in clear violation of the law, instead of fixing the problem, the government does what government does best. They deflect, they gaslight, they retaliate. Those three things. They deflect, they gaslight, and they retaliate.
They're not allowed to use threats, intimidation, coercion, or retaliation.
Yeah, it's straight up, and you see this time and time and time again. Okay, so I hear commonly from people that, you know, if that's how they really feel, I'll be honest with you, their opinion does not. I don't give a shit about their opinion. When you take the totality of the facts, we'll take this last, well, the second to last event for me. Back when I walked into City Hall in Oxford, Mississippi, as a journalist, and I was going to request public records, and I was uh, video documenting my presence in the building, as I have a right to do. And not only did I have a right to do it, but due to the retaliation that I had witnessed, due to everything that had gone on that's well documented, I have very bad PTSD, in which the only way that I feel normal and basically protected is for me to be recording when I'm in a government building. Because the government has proven time and time again that they are the ones that are attacking. They want to disarm you while they keep the guns. And it's, you look into everything. I never asked for the mayor of Oxford. This restraining order that I was under, which was a sham restraining order, this restraining order that I was under never should, for one, it never should have been there. And for two, if there was never any contact and I was just simply in a public building, that was completely imagined type that they then used to remove any and all chances of bond. They denied bond. I'm sitting in jail simply for being a journalist walking into City Hall. They used that, and they used like 6 tweets, Twitter tweets, from a year prior, when it just so happened to be election year for the mayor. It was political tweets. You cannot criminalize political speech, but they did. North Mississippi did. Lafayette County did. And they've been allowed to get away with this type of nonsense over and over and over again. Denial of due process. My attorney, that was the public defender when I was arrested, Mitchell Driscoll, he just so happened to be working for his law firm at the time. Is it still coming in clearly? Okay. It's frozen on my end. He just so happened to be working at his law firm, basically as a managing, I can't remember what the word was. Okay. But for 22 years. Okay. And all of a sudden, after he's representing me, and he has the meeting with me, he completely falls off of the map. And I get a message one day, weeks later, saying that he's no longer going to be my attorney and that I'm going to be represented by Mark McClinton of New Albany. Little did I know at the time. I didn't find this out actually till, well, it was over about the last 6 months or so, 6 months to a year. But Mitchell Driscoll actually went. I was arrested June 28th. Keep these dates in mind because this is what's key. I'm arrested June 28th and I'm held in jail on a no bond hold. August 15th, Driscoll posts on Facebook that he's joined Tannehill, Carmian, and McKenzie, the attorney powerhouse law firm in Oxford that is owned by the husband of the alleged victim. How much more obvious can this shit be? But it gets worse than that. It gets so much worse than that. See, that's where it just started. But where it went to, okay, is about 2 weeks later. My wife gets fired from her job working at RedMed in Hernando. My wife and I have 4 kids. Well, we have 3, and she has 1 from another relationship. So this happens, and I'm stuck in jail. She gets fired from her job 2 weeks after Mitchell Driscoll, my public defender, original public defender, leaves his firm of 22 years, goes to work for the husband of the alleged mayor, and then my wife gets fired. Meanwhile, month-old newborn son was in the hospital at Le Bonheur Hospital in Memphis, fighting for his life. And they're holding me in jail, me like one of the worst of criminals, when we can actually watch. In fact, I want to, I'm sorry that I sidetracked right there. But I really, hey, sorry about that. Um, I should have just done that from the beginning, right there, whenever I paused it. Stupid me. Hey, good to see you, One Demise. This this shit's beyond criminal, and I'm sick and tired of it. All right, and everybody needs to just take note. Just it's all out in the open. It's been out in the open this entire freaking time. I'm going to share my screen right here. And watch how the number is going to continue to fall instead of rising like it should. Watch how it's going to continue to fall. For the 6 that are on here right now, between the 3 channels that it's streaming to, I want you to note how this stream, the number's going to fall. And that means one of 2 things. It means, one, that the stream is actually being suppressed, which is a very, that's very likely. Actually, it's highly likely. Or, well, it's actually going up. Shit. Share screen. See, watch. 5. I don't even care. I don't care because let's see. Switch. Sure. Actually, I don't even know why I'm doing that. Just go to WTPnews.org. I'm going to promote my website right here because it's a hub of information. I'm actually going to release something on this live stream. I'm going to release something on this live stream. I've been working on this for a while, but I'm going to do it here in just a few minutes. It's under this right here. Oh, that's a good article to read. That is a good article to read right there. Watch this. Right here. This is the First Amendment audit. Okay, this was I was going into City Hall. I was going to request public record. Okay, and this is what happened, where I was charged with felony stalking that led to the criminal conspiracy that I just laid out that happened. What would, to hear people say, you pled out, why'd you plea out if you didn't do it? Well, you try being kidnapped and held in a fucking cage, basically. No chance of even paying a ransom for your freedom. Your wife losing her job, the switch up that happened with the biggest conflict of interest. There's so many levels of, I think, just deep, dark, nasty, sick, and evil. Look at this. I don't know if I have my screen right. 3 fucking people on here. Isn't that? City Hall.
That's fine. Yeah, restraining order. That trumps up.
Hey, get your hands off of me, Kevin. That's assault.
Is that what it is?
It is. You can't put your hands on somebody.
Okay. Well, stay here, man. You're being detained now.
I'm detained.
Yes. Here, do you want to go call dispatch?
I was gathering content for a story.
We're good. You can stop running code. We're good. Here, can we sit down in the shade? Or do you want to sit down in the shade?
So this is like a highlight right here at the beginning. I guess I could.
What am I being detained for?
Because of the violation of the restraining order.
But okay.
Can I get your phone number?
I'm both in the 5th.
Okay.
I've been into City Hall before, and
whenever you had a restraining order?
I prefer not to answer that
So
question.
you're invoking the 5th on that one too?
Yeah. So if I have an issue in the city, I cannot come to City Hall.
You need to call, explain the situation, make an appointment. That way y'all can all do that the legal way. That way it doesn't hem you up on the restraining order.
Can I get your name and badge number?
It was DC that called.
Name and badge number? Hey, officer, I'm going to need to get your name and badge number. You made contact with me. What's your name and badge number? I know it's in your policy to identify yourself. Are you that weak you're not going to give your name and badge number? That's fine. I'll get your tag. I'll FOIA it. Public records.
You see how I've got all the reports?
Hey guys and gals, this is Matt Reardon with Lafayette County Audit. Today I'm here outside of City Hall in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm here to peacefully exercise my First Amendment rights to record in public and to ensure that our public servants, our officials, respect my constitutional right to record and to be here. Without further ado, let's get it going. Hey Jose, I've spoken to Jessica a few times. Absolutely, I'm 100% on board with what you're doing. Sorry about that, buddy.
Come on, guys, let's go get some sporty goods.
Notice, do I ever ask for the mayor, or I don't do anything to suggest that I'm a threat? Never even grab the handle. Never touch the handle. Never touch the handle. Never. Okay. So watch this right here. At this point, Lieutenant Monty alleges that I grabbed the handle of the door and attempt to make entry into the mayor's office. But what I'm doing right here against this glass, as you'll see, there's a QR code on the window. And I pull my other phone out, and I'm scanning the QR code.
Hello. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm just walking around. Just getting everything in, or just taking a look at City Hall. I hadn't been up here to the second story, so
Okay.
last I remembered, the mayor's office was on the first floor, back when Pat Patterson was here.
Yep, it was. Yep, back
Gotcha.
in the day. Well,
Gotcha.
I'll say back in the day, about 2017, 2018.
Yeah, that was whenever I came in here.
Mhm.
Last was 2017. Good deal. Good deal. Well, I'm just walking around, just gathering some content for a story.
Okay, got yourself.
Thank you.
So right here, what I'm doing is after I scan that QR code, I'm looking at what it's bringing up on my phone from scanning. That's why I'm standing right here.
What are we doing?
You have a restraining order. Come on.
I went to City Hall.
That's fine. You have a restraining order. That trumps up. I'm good. Go for it. We'll walk now.
This shit is unbelievable.
Can I not come into City Hall?
If you have a restraining order.
I want a public
on an
trial.
employee that works here.
Tried in the court
Okay,
of public
that's-
opinion.
Are you a
This is
violation
gonna
of
be
the
this
restraining order?
unfair.
No,
Here's the truth. Y'all
I
be the
didn't think
judge.
I didn't think I was barred from coming to City Hall.
If that supersedes his restraining order. Sounds like you need to call and make an appointment before you talk.
Okay.
Come out here.
Hey, get your hands off of me, Kevin. That's assault.
Is that what it is?
It is. Can't put your hands on somebody.
Okay. Well, stay here, man. Because you're being detained now.
I'm detained.
Yes. Here, do you want to go call dispatch?
I was gathering content for a story.
We're good. You can stop running code. We're good. Here, can we sit down in the shade? Or do you want to sit down in the shade?
That's fine. What am I being detained for?
Because of the violation of the restraining order.
But, okay.
Can I get your phone number?
I'm both in the fifth.
Okay. We're good.
Can you get your badge number?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Officer Parker.
Call me Kevin. You know me.
I know you.
Going back to middle school. All right. Look,
This is bullshit.
whatever is going on outside of this, I'm just trying to make sure.
Who called you?
I have no idea.
I mean,
dispatch sent me here.
I've been into City Hall before,
Was it
and
whenever you had a restraining order?
this thing was bullshit from back in 2000.
Wait. Was it when you had a restraining order?
I prefer not to answer that
So
question.
you invoking the fifth on that one too?
Yeah.
Well, if it was when you had the restraining order, it's just because someone didn't call. Okay. But now
So if I have an issue in the city, I cannot come to City Hall.
you need to call, explain the situation, make an appointment. That way y'all can all do that the legal way. That way it doesn't hem you up on the restraining order.
Wait a second. Okay.
That's
So
ridiculous.
I want to show you something. Because right now,
Can I get your name and badge
Yeah.
number?
It was DC that called.
all right. So here's where that kind of gets a little bit conflicting. okay, is this is where I get arrested 8 days later. I think it's 8 days or 6 days later. And it was for that I never went back to City Hall. I was going to take it up with the court, and you'll actually hear, I'm going to come back to it here in a second. Well, might as well play it right now, so we don't really just jump ahead, and you can hear what
Name and badge number?
He didn't say anything.
I'm completely mind blown on this.
Well, have an appointment or if you have an issue.
Say anything about it.
Can I get your name and badge number?
So, here's the thing, okay? Due to the restraining order for the person that works here, if you have an appointment or if you have an issue, you need to call City Hall, make an appointment. That way that y'all can coincide with the restraining order. Okay? You have any questions for me?
No, it's just, I'm completely mind blown on this.
Well, this is all because of the restraining order. Again, you will call and make an appointment. I'm sure that they will be
The
more than
mayor,
willing to help you.
the mayor pushed through a bullshit sham restraining
You have any
order
questions for me?
in 2017.
Do you have any questions for me?
I mean, no, other
Okay,
I mean,
so you need to make an appointment before you go back in there, okay?
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm not detained anymore.
No, you're free to leave.
All right, good to go. I'm also free to stay right here, correct?
As long as you don't go back to City Hall, as long as I'm aware of.
Okay. If the mayor,
Something else comes up.
if the mayor walks out of City Hall and into my
You need to make sure
space,
that you don't violate the restraining order.
Pretty vague right there. City Hall, folks. City Hall. We as citizens have a right. We as citizens have a right to access our government. City Hall is a traditional public forum. We can take a look at the restraining order. We can throw everything out here into the public right here. In fact, it is. And it's here on this website, wtpnews.org. I'm actually going to give you, I'm rolling out a tool. It's getting more and more updates pushed to it. But I'm going to go ahead and release it a little early. It's going to really help a lot of people. Let me jump ahead to Captain Lyons, okay? Now, at this point, when Captain Lyons comes up, my service starts cutting in and out. My phone starts
officer,
like overheating.
he just pulled off. I asked him to identify himself, name and badge number. He made contact with me. He just walked off, would not give me that information. I know it's in y'all's policy to make contact with somebody, especially if requested, to provide the name and badge number.
Okay.
What do you look like?
He got in the SUV right there.
Was it the officer that was talking? Was it?
Yeah, he was with Parker.
He was with Parker?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to find out who it was and I'll look into it.
Yeah, I thought it was very unprofessional that he kept walking and
All right, Matt, just so we're clear, I know Lieutenant Parker's explained it to you.
Yeah.
You got a restraining order against you here at City Hall. You cannot go into City Hall. You know that, right? Are you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
Okay.
In fact,
Were you ever
City Hall,
were you served with a copy of the restraining order?
if you're talking about the Tannehills, that the bullshit restraining order they took out on me back in 2017, that was all sham and it needs to be challenged.
Okay.
But it did not say that I couldn't go into City Hall.
Well,
in fact, the
Matt,
First Amendment.
Matt, let me talk to you.
Let's actually take a look at that restraining order. Sure. There we go. Take a look at that. It's that restraining order. It's a few articles up. Okay. Actually, I don't remember what I did right here, but I'm sure that has it.
Good evening.
This is Don Matthews reporting for We the People News. What happens when a court becomes a weapon? When justice is used not to protect the innocent, but to silence the outspoken. Today we confront a case so glaring, so constitutionally offensive, it demands national attention. In May 2017, a restraining order was issued against journalist and activist Matthew Reardon, filed by Robin and Ray Tannehill, Oxford's soon-to-be mayor and her returning husband. The order was granted by Judge Glenn Alderson just days before the local election. But here's the problem. There was no police evidence to justify it. None. A public records request revealed that only 3 police reports involving Reardon exist from that month. May 5th, Reardon was the victim, not the aggressor. A woman named Nikki Pruitt threatened to punch him in the mouth. No threats were made by Reardon. May 13th, the petition falsely claimed Reardon sent threatening texts to a man named Terry Warren. The police report classifies the incident as harassing text messages, not threats. That's a direct contradiction and a critical one. And the third, on May 25th, Reardon lawfully walked near the courthouse, openly carrying a flag and firearms, exercising his constitutional rights. Yet in the petition, the Tannehills claimed numerous people contacted police, saying Reardon was dangerous. But as the record shows, no police report from May 2017 describes Reardon as dangerous. And then there's the threat no one acted on, the one made by Ray Tannehill himself, as quoted from the Sheriff's Office report on May 30th, 2017. Ray Tannehill attempted to rush Reardon and yelled that he would bash Reardon's head in. That's not conjecture. That's from a documented police report. Yet no restraining order was filed against Ray Tannehill. No accountability, just silence. It gets worse. On the day of Robin Tannehill's mayoral election, Reardon was scheduled to speak at City Hall. According to reports, Ray informed Judge Alderson of this. What did Alderson do? He extended the restraining order and instructed that Reardon be arrested if he dared to show up to speak. Let me repeat that. A judge preemptively banned a journalist from speaking at City Hall on Election Day. That is the very definition of prior restraint, which the U.S. Supreme Court has called the most serious and the least tolerable infringement on First Amendment rights. New York Times versus United States. As quoted by Reardon, the timing and intent behind this restraining order are now clear. It was never about protecting anyone. It was about silencing me at a critical political moment. Let's be absolutely clear. This is no longer about a local dispute. This is about the misuse of judicial authority to chill speech, suppress dissent, and protect political power. Key falsehoods in the order include the claim that Reardon sent threatening text, proven false by police reports. The claim multiple reports labeled him dangerous, proven false. No such reports exist. Claim the order was needed for protection, but the only documented threat came from Ray Tannehill. So the real questions now are, did the Tannehills knowingly lie to the court? Did Judge Alderson act under political pressure to suppress a critic? Has Lafayette County engaged in judicial corruption? We may soon find out. This is more than a local scandal. It's a case study in constitutional collapse. For more, visit WTPnews.org. Until next time, stay loud, stay informed, and never back down. I'm Don Matthews. We the People News. Okay. I forgot all about recording that. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong window. Huh? All right. So here is on this article. It's got the report. Okay. Let's take a closer look at what this report says. Because I can tell you this. They think that everybody's asleep at the wheel. On Tuesday, May 30th, 2017, Chief Deputy Scott Mills and I, Major John Hill, took inmate Matt Reardon to Chancery Court for his restraining order hearing that was filed by Robin and Ray Tannehill. The hearing was continued so Matt could get an attorney to represent him. Judge Glenn Alderson rescheduled the hearing for June 15th, 2017, and extended the restraining order until the new hearing date. As Chief Deputy Mills and I were about to escort Matt from the court, Judge's clerk Samantha Davis Weathersby told me to hold up before we leave so they could get the signature on new paperwork. As we started escorting Matt from the courtroom, Ray then brought the matter up to Judge Alderson that Matt was on the June agenda of the City of Oxford board meeting and did not want him there since the restraining order was in place. Matt stated he should be allowed to go since he was on the agenda before the restraining order was in place. Judge Alderson advised Matt he was to stay away, and if he showed up, he was to be arrested. Chief Deputy Mills and I then walked Matt out of the courtroom. I had Matt go sit in a chair in the back hallway southeast so he would not be around anyone leaving the courtroom while we waited on the paperwork that Matt had to sign. Chief Deputy Mills then walked back inside to check on the paperwork. Ray came out the courtroom door. What a coincidence, right? So Mills, this is on a police report. This is not my account. This is a law enforcement officer, not just a law enforcement officer. This is a major. That's like rank number 3 at the sheriff's department. And Mills walks in the courtroom. Ray walks out. Ray came out the courtroom door. That was the hallway Matt and I were in. Near the judge's chamber. Matt told Ray, "Fuck you, you're a fucking liar." Ray then started walking toward Matt with a water bottle in his hand and said, "I'll bash your head in." I then stepped in front of Ray and told him to leave. Ray started walking away and going around the corner when Matt said something else, which I didn't hear. Ray walked back around the corner and said something else that I didn't hear because I was telling him to leave, in which he did. So I am baffled by the good old boy system that's in place in Mississippi. That's okay, while at the same time This that I'm about to show you is not. The petition for an emergency temporary restraining order and permanent restraining order comes now petitioners Robin Tannehill and Ray Tannehill in the above styled and numbered cause. Moves this honorable court to grant a temporary restraining order pursuant to Rule 65 of the Mississippi Rules of Civil Procedure against respondent Matthew Reardon on the grounds that the petitioners have reasonable cause to believe that respondent Matthew Reardon will violate the rights of petitioners and cause them and or their family immediate irreparable injury, loss, and damage to their person or property, all as more specifically set out below. In support thereof, defendant would show unto the court the following. Ray Tannehill Jr. has practiced law in Oxford since 1996 and is married to Robin Tannehill. They are both adult resident citizens of Lafayette County, Mississippi. Respondent Matthew Reardon is believed to be an adult resident citizen of Lafayette County, Mississippi. In 2016, Tannehill represented an individual named Lizzie Crowder, who was charged with domestic violence in Lafayette County Justice Court based on an affidavit filed by Matthew Reardon. The charges were dismissed, but only after a contentious hearing for a temporary restraining order against Reardon and an order of paternity, child support, and visitation was entered between the parties and filed Lafayette County Chancery Court. I want you to look at this paragraph closely for a second with me, okay? And what it really means, because it's spelled out crystal clear right here. Yes, Ray, you were exactly right. You were exactly right. You represented Lizzie Crowder, who was charged with domestic violence in Lafayette County Justice Court based on an affidavit that I filed. The charges were dismissed, but only after a contentious hearing for a temporary restraining order against me. And guess what was in that temporary restraining order? My daughter. Okay? So what this was, an admission, okay, in retaliation for an affidavit of domestic violence that I filed, she files a temporary restraining order, including my daughter, that I can't see or talk to. And then, might as well say they forced my hand into the agreed paternity, child support. Lydia's my child. Lydia 100% is my child. But that's absolutely, it's disgusting. It's about to get a lot more disgusting. A lot more. Tannehill has not had any interaction with Reardon since this matter was completed in August 2016. Number 5, Matthew Reardon is an advocate for the Mississippi state flag, and as such, he has mounted an aggressive campaign against the Oxford Board of Aldermen and the mayor for not flying the Mississippi state flag. Guess what? Guess who authored the referendum to remove the Mississippi state flag from city property? Robin Tannehill, as a Board of Aldermen member that city then signed off on. You're darn right. Is that criminal to disagree with what a politician does? Does that make that criminal? Because that's what this is saying. At the end of the day, this is not an issue about any type of symbols. The Mississippi state flag in and of itself. This was about democratic, this was about democracy. Okay. This was about the fact that we have a system in place where when it's given to the people to vote and the people vote, that the government is supposed to honor the vote of the people. Okay. Well, and you have the constitutional republic. Okay. That's why we have electors. Okay. The electors are supposed to go with what the general public is. So let's go on to the next one. On May 1st, 2017, Reardon was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct in Lafayette County Justice Court in connection with waving the Mississippi state flag without a permit. Now, I got to show you right here. I'm gonna pull up another tab. Let's see. And I'm going to show you that arrest. Okay. And I've got the police report to back it up. I'm going to start releasing these stories with the police reports, with the official report. And I mean, this is sick and tired of it. Look at this.
You know, I am audio and video recording, Mr. Pruitt.
I don't care. You have a permit to be here.
The First Amendment,
You
actually.
have a permit to be here.
No.
All right, you got to leave.
Why is that?
Because you're going to jail if you don't.
I'm going to jail just for standing out here and
That's
holding
right.
the flag.
You demonstrate, you have to leave.
Okay, where does that super? Let me just. Can I just ask you? Can I ask you a question?
I'm going to ask you one more time to leave. If not, I'm going to carry you to jail for disorderly conduct.
Hey, pause it right there for 1 second. I want you to look at this. Let me ask y'all something. Where's this badge at? Does anybody see a badge on Deputy Timmy Pruitt's uniform? Because I can show you right there where this mouse is. Right there is one hole for the badge. And right there is the other hole for the badge. And this dumb shit left completely out of uniform. No badge. No badge. None. Watch this.
Okay, I'll leave and take this straight to my attorney then. That's you can't threaten me with my First Amendment rights. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr.
Count
Pruitt.
3 to leave. 1.
This fucking city is ass fucking backwards. Ass fucking backwards. Y'all see that? Hey, what's your badge number, by the way, Deputy Pruitt? No, I'm not. I'm leaving. I was asking you.
Is it a crime to ask a cop what his badge number is? It was illegal for him to order me to leave that piece of sidewalk that I was on, holding the state flag of Mississippi. That is 100% protected ground. And so that was unlawful of him in the first place. And then I walk off about 7 steps, turn around and ask him what his badge number was. He didn't have the authority to tell me to stay off the sidewalk anyways. I wasn't on the sidewalk. I was on a public street. trying to get the badge number before walking away like he told me. And I'm arrested. Let me come back to here. Since that time, Reardon has mounted an aggressive internet campaign against many people, including myself and my wife, Robin Tannehill, who serves as alderman for Oxford's Ward 2. Number 8. The bizarre journey that leads Tannehill to seek a restraining order began on May 13th, 2017, when he received a text message from Terry Warren. Warren received a threatening text message from Matthew Reardon and mentions Tannehill. All right. So, see text message attached here too. Before we go over to that, over to the next one, I want to show you this right here. So he says May 13th in that restraining order petition. So let's go to that one right there. How to get anyways, well, let me see if I can save it. Here's what I'll do. I'll throw it up here. Well, good thing that nobody's on here because I don't feel fucking rush. Let's see, save image as. I see what it is. Okay. Warren dot JPG. Okay. Okay. May 13th. Police report from May 13th. From Terry Warren. Let me get rid of me right there because I'm blocking that. Let's see. Okay. So May 13th, Terry Warren makes her a report. He makes it on me. Okay. Of course, they never care to redact anything when it comes to me. On the above date and time, I, Officer Will Hollowell, 016, was dispatched to Rebel Rags on Jackson Avenue for a report of harassing text. Wait a second. Spoke to Terry Warren. He advised that he had received multiple harassing texts. Well, wait a second. Didn't didn't Tannehill say in this petition, or in this, what is a sworn document, okay, that Warren received a threatening text from me? The police report even says no, that was not the case. Reardon states that Tannehill is being watched closely in the message and makes threats to Warren. And makes threats to Warren, okay? Once again, where are the threats to Warren? The police report says a harassing text. Reardon has also reported to people that Tannehill has placed a bounty on his head for $1 million in conjunction with Warren, which is not true. Number 10, May 6, 2017, Reardon posted a rant on Facebook about the Oxford Board of Aldermen at 11:18 a.m. and threatens that a Southern fury is coming. We are in the South. You, the government, just said fuck you to the people and their vote. Meanwhile, taking their tax dollars. You have destroyed the Constitution. You have destroyed just everything. Everything. And yes, I would say that there were a lot of very upset people. Southern fury is coming. So what? Number 11, shortly thereafter at 11:42, Reardon posts on Facebook looking for a bulletproof vest in Oxford. See Exhibit C. It was already documented at that time that there was a death threat that was issued to me. And I'm a Marine Corps veteran. And I'm going to do what I was trained to do to defend myself and my family and ward off evil. Yeah, I was looking for a bulletproof vest. If somebody was really intent on taking my life, that meant that they could easily take my daughter's, anybody's. Number 12. Later that evening, Reardon posted a video on Facebook accusing Robin Tannehill of being corrupt, a communist, and a social Marxist, and ranting about her and her husband, despite the fact that she is a proud military spouse and has served her country more than the respondent has ever thought about. A shot below the belt, cheap shot, dirty shot from a dirty person, dirty attorney. Didn't think that that was ever going to go unnoticed. 13, on May 17th, 2017, at 11:58 p.m., Reardon posted on Facebook that a father without his child has nothing to lose. See Exhibit E. On information and belief, Reardon has lost all visitation rights with his child, except for 20 minutes every 2 weeks at the Oxford Police Department that he has with Lizzie Crowder, who Tannehill previously represented, where it was already shown in retaliation to make something go away. This is what was done. I think that what's threatening about the post that says a father without his child has nothing to lose. That's like saying there's something wrong with fuck bad cops. I mean, that should be common sense. Who's over there cheering them on? 14. On May 20th, 2017, Reardon made statements that he is going to wreak havoc and carnage on people, especially when they involve my daughter like they did. See Exhibit F. This is clearly a reference to Tannehill, as he points out in a video the same evening. That's bullshit. That is complete hearsay. That's completely opinionated. 15. That same date, Reardon posted a photograph on Facebook holding an AR-15 assault rifle and a pistol. Exhibit G attached here too. Had a death threat that was reported to me. If I want to show whoever, I'm ready for whatever. It's my God-given right. 16. That evening, Reardon posted 2 videos to Facebook about Tannehill and mentions his wife as well, and rants about a corruption scandal that he believes we are involved in some way. And I'm doing it again today. But it's not me that's doing it. It's the documents. It's the cold, hard evidence that you can't ignore because it's date and time stamped, filed for all to see. That evening, Reardon posted 2 videos to Facebook about Tannehill, mentions his corruption scandal he believes were involved in some way. During this video, Reardon is extremely intoxicated and makes numerous threats against Tannehill. In fact, Reardon sent the video to Tannehill by tagging him, but eventually removed it from Facebook. Where's the video? Where's the numerous threats other than the lies that are in this court filing? Because there's a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. I want a full investigation into Tannehill, into the Tannehill law firm. I would hope that with the overwhelming amount of evidence that the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division would announce an investigation into the city of Oxford, Mississippi, and its mayor, Tannehill, Carmine, and McKenzie, the law firm. Everything that's in here, it infuriates me, and it should infuriate there shouldn't be one person that thinks that this is cute, this is funny. I think that if this makes you as upset as it makes me, I think that you should let them know. And me know. I'd love to hear it. It is the threats on one of these videos combined with the other post earlier that day with a semi-automatic assault rifle that causes Tannehill to ultimately have to come to this court seeking relief. It appears, we cannot have appears. It's got to be more than somebody's, what appears to somebody. That Reardon falsely believes that Tannehill is still representing Lizzie Crowder against him and has done something to affect his ability to see his child. Yeah. Yes, I believe that I believe that this is the good old boy network. That's 100% what I believe. I believe this is favors called in. I believe this is backs getting rubbed, favors getting cut. That's what I believe. That's what I believe 100%. And I don't think anything will ever convince me otherwise. Numerous people have reported this information to the Oxford Police Department and petitioners and have reported that respondent is dangerous. Now let's take a quick look at this right here. Okay. I'm going to come back here to this tab and you have 3 police reports. These are the only 3 police reports that were on file at that time. When this restraining order was written, these 3 police reports were the only police reports on file at the time. May 5th, police report on Nikki Pruitt. May 13th, OPD report, Terry Warren reports harassing text. May 25th, OPD report by Baker. Reardon is on the square with guns and a flag, exercising his constitutional rights. No threat. So, in this restraining order, numerous people have reported to Oxford Police Department, petitioners have reported that respondent is dangerous, but we have 3 police reports filed. And not one of them, not one, say anything about me being dangerous. And in fact, one goes to the other side saying I have guns and I'm not a threat. But these people would have you believe differently. 19, I do not know. Okay. This is where, I mean, this is elementary. This is just downright sloppy. I do not know. You don't know, but you're filing a restraining order on constitutionally protected activity, complete violations of rights. But you don't know what I'm capable of, but long have passed the days where 2 men could take an argument outside. Reardon appears disturbed in several videos, appears to need mental health treatment. Me and my family may not be the one who Reardon makes a statement with, but something has to be done before this dangerous individual, gaslighting, hurts himself or someone else. Who is Reardon going to wreak havoc and carnage on? If not Tannehill, then who? There's absolute zero clarity there. That cannot be used as a basis of creating a massive paper noose, which is what they did. Reardon has also held himself out to be the leader of the Southern Resistance Movement that also has a Facebook page. On information and belief, Reardon manages information placed on that page. I was an admin on it. It had like 100 and something thousand followers. I wasn't the only admin. 22. The Southern Resistance Movement has posted threats, negative information, and lies against Robin Tannehill. Attached here to, incorporated herein. These threats, combined with the recent video Reardon posted, have caused Robin Tannehill to fear for her safety. Things other people are posting in a group page on Facebook. 23. Petitioners support Matthew Reardon's First and Second Amendment rights. How? Was that just put there just to... How? How do you support Matthew Reardon's First and Second Amendment rights? How in the hell do you support First and Second Amendment? Tannehill served 25 years in the Mississippi Army National Guard, including a deployment to Afghanistan, to make sure that his rights are protected. Bullshit. I served myself. However, respondents' actions have been erratic, bizarre, and involved violent threats, false allegations, and lies. Respondent has lied and or is confused about certain things he is posting on social media, and petitioners are respectfully asking this court to limit his ability to contact them in any way, be within 500 feet of them or their children at any time, or post about them on social media. Signed by Robin Tannehill, the 22nd day of May 2017, by and through her counsel of record, her husband, Ray. Notarized. Okay. The exhibits, that's the text message right there, but nothing was threatening, simply saying, if this is true, it's not going to be well received. Nothing to worry about if it's not. Got the other exhibits. I'm not going to take the time to go through it because I need to get back to this other video. I sidetracked right here. Okay, but I mean, I was drunk May 20th after I picked up that gun. I stopped in Grenada at a hotel. I had a drinking problem. I had a bad drinking problem. I had a bad problem with alcohol, and it stemmed from a traumatic event that I witnessed while I was in the Marine Corps. Here's the affidavit signed by the mayor. Personally appeared before me, the undersigned authority, in and for the jurisdiction of aforesaid. Undersigned Robin Tannehill, after being by me duly sworn, states on her oath the following to wit. My name is Robin Tannehill. I'm a resident of Oxford, Mississippi. My husband is Ray Tannehill Jr. And on Sunday, May 21st, 2017, I received notification from a friend that Matthew Reardon had posted a video on the internet that was threatening towards my husband, J. Ray Tannehill Jr., and in it mentions my family. No, I didn't. Where's the video? On that, on the evening prior, May 20th, 2017, Matthew Reardon posted a photo holding an AR-15 assault rifle and a pistol. Yeah, I did. And that on May 16th, 2017, Matthew Reardon came to a meeting of the Oxford Board of Aldermen. During that meeting, he stared and pointed at me numerous times while he was wearing a pistol. Do you see the play on words here? Do you see what's being manipulated? on paper and rubber stamped by corrupt judges. This is completely out of control. And if the feds don't bring in, don't come down on Oxford and what's going on over there quickly, it's going to get really, I mean, that's bad. This is real bad. This is out of control. This is out of control bad. 6, in addition, he posted a video on Facebook calling me a communist, cultural Marxist, and alleges I am corrupt. First Amendment. I think that statement right there says communist, cultural Marxist, and proves corruption. On May 20th, 2017, in a video he posted on Facebook, Reardon states he will mount a heavy charge against me. Politics. I did not want her to be mayor. I did not agree with her policies. She made a tyrannical decision while robbing the taxpayers of the state of Mississippi, robbing them of their money and robbing them of their vote. And if they'll do that, they'll do anything. Number 8, Matthew Reardon is also has a Facebook page called the Southern Resistance Movement, where he alludes to violence frequently. And his members have posted threats that appear to be directed to me. This has caused me to fear that Reardon may cause harm to me or my family. This is bullshit. I call bullshit 100%. I've never alluded to any type of threats or violence. That's somebody bring the proof forward. That's not manufactured, heavily manufactured. 9, that Matthew Reardon has been an advocate for the Mississippi state flag and has made numerous posts about me on social media. Wow! He posted about me on Facebook. He didn't like my policies. So I'm going to go file for a restraining order. I support his First Amendment right to support the Mississippi state flag. The people supported the Mississippi state flag. It's you that went against the majority vote and still expected to get your handout from the coffers in Jackson of state funds. And I think that's ridiculous. However, Matthew Reardon's post on May 21st, 2017 about my husband, combined with his previous action and words, has caused me to believe that he may use violence against me, my husband, or my family. There's not one instance. Otherwise, it would be my previous actions and words have caused her to believe. For her to believe. So now we can create prior restraints and block people, lock them away in cages based on somebody believing. So right here, you heard Kevin Parker. You heard Kevin Parker say that if I needed to go to City Hall, I needed to call and make an appointment because of the whole restraining order. You need to know that when I pled out for this bogus charge, because I did it at I'm 100% alleging to be a manufactured crisis. My attorney leaves his firm and goes to work for the husband of the alleged victim. My wife gets fired from her job. while my son is fighting for his life in the hospital an hour away from the house. And so now the only source of income coming in has been cut. And I'm stuck in jail on a no bond hold on this completely bogus charge. I plea out to get out to support my family, and they banish me. So, let me go back right here. So, if what Kevin Parker said was true, calling ahead, if I needed to go to City Hall, how can I believe that? If when I was banished from Lafayette County, except for official things, if I call the FBI to report law enforcement corruption, I report the call. Shit, I didn't realize that was still up there.
I'm actually banished from the city of Oxford. I've got to get permission to come into the city, and I know y'all are in the city. But so basically, I need to make an appointment with y'all to come in there. If somebody can set a time with me, so I can let Oxford know, or let Lafayette County Sheriff's Department know, and come in there and meet with y'all.
Well, anytime between the hours of 8 to 4, Monday through Friday would be fine.
Okay. Is there like a lunch period that nobody's there, or even during the lunch period?
It kind of varies from day to day. I would say if you could come before 12 would be perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm actually right now, I'm mixing down the video from what happened yesterday to include body cam. And I've got about another, well, actually it's already encoded. I can go ahead and put it on a jump drive, and bring that up there. Yeah. I can do that. Let me find a jump drive to load this evidence onto, and I'll come up there.
Okay.
All right.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
So I record that. Now I record the call to the sheriff's department.
Sheriff's Department.
Is Jonathan Fingerman in?
I don't think he works today. Hang on.
All right. Can I speak to somebody else? I need to inform them that I'll be coming into Oxford.
Okay, I'm transfer you into dispatch. Hang on. County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah. I was actually calling to speak to Jonathan Fingerman, but he's not in today. I was told, so I need to speak with somebody else about me coming back into Oxford today.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Candy Beavers. Here's the first Well, this is actually the second emergence of the corrupt bitch. And I have every right to say that. I lost years of my life due to this corrupt bitch.
Kenna, stop!
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you on a brief hold so I can get someone to talk to it with you. Okay?
All right. Kenna, I worry about you sometimes, child. My God.
Huh.
Hey, this is Deputy Beavers. How can I help you?
This is who?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Deputy Beavers. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Beavers?
Hey, who's this?
Reardon.
Oh, hey, Matt, what's up?
Hey, I've got to go meet with the FBI. I just spoke with them. I need to go really within the next hour.
Okay. Hey, do you know who that's supposed to go through? Like, is it supposed to go through like Mr. With Scott or the sheriff or?
No, I mean Jonathan Fingerman took my stuff yesterday and had everything jotted down. He's not working today, so as long as I just inform the sheriff's department, I don't need to speak to Joey. I don't want to speak to Joey. I don't want to speak
I just was making sure because I didn't know that you had spoke with Fingerman yesterday.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. What time do you think you'll be coming through?
I'm probably gonna head out here in the next 30 minutes to come up there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine, sir.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey. So. I've got, where's that? Yeah, it's this one right here. So, filed a complaint with the Department of Justice, the Office of the Inspector General, February 25th, 2025. Complaint against the Federal Bureau of Investigations for failure to investigate public corruption and civil rights violations. Why is the FBI remain silent to this day when their organization, at this point, their criminal organization was named? Okay. The whole thing centered around me going to prison because I came to Oxford to report crimes to the FBI. After talking to them first and properly reporting it to the sheriff's department. And yet the FBI to this day is still not righted it wrong and come forward to say, yes, he's got a recording of it. He talked to our agent. She lied. That lying ass bitch, Candy Beavers, lied. She committed perjury and she sent an innocent man to prison for her lies. And so, because the FBI has failed to take responsibility there and something that they 100% had involvement in, I submitted a complaint to the Office of the Inspector General against the FBI regarding their failure to investigate documented allegations of public corruption, perjury, malicious prosecution, and civil rights violations committed by officials in Lafayette County, Mississippi. Despite presenting credible evidence and following proper procedures, The FBI neglected its duty to act, thereby enabling wrongful prosecution, false imprisonment, and due process violations. On October 28, 2022, I attempted to report public corruption and police misconduct involving the Holly Springs Police Department and Lafayette County Sheriff's Department to the FBI office in Oxford, Mississippi. Prior to my visit, I confirmed with the FBI that I could walk in to provide evidence of misconduct. However, upon my arrival, I found no agents available, and my attempt to report these crimes was later used against me in a wrongful probation revocation. The misconduct included perjury by Lafayette County Sheriff's Deputy Candace Beavers, who falsely testified that I had entered the FBI office without permission and without a lawful purpose, despite clear audio recordings proving otherwise. This perjury was knowingly used by Assistant District Attorney Tiffany Kilpatrick, who petitioned for my probation to be revoked based on these false statements. Kilpatrick's politically motivated prosecution occurred while she was running for Lafayette County judge, using my case as a campaign advantage. The FBI had a duty to investigate violations of federal law, including but not limited to 18 U.S. Code 241, 242, and 1503. Conspiracy against rights, deprivation of rights under color of law, and obstruction of justice. And there's a lot more, trust me. Despite these clear violations, the FBI refused to act, effectively shielding corrupt local officials from accountability. Specific failures of the FBI. Number one, failure to investigate perjury and fabricated evidence. The FBI was presented with clear audio recordings contradicting Deputy Beaver's false testimony, yet it failed to act or intervene. Neglecting to investigate retaliatory prosecution. The FBI ignored evidence that my prosecution was retaliatory, designed to punish me for exercising my First Amendment rights as a journalist. Number three, allowing obstruction of justice. The FBI refused to investigate Assistant District Attorney Tiffany Kilpatrick's abuse of the judicial process, despite her using false evidence to secure my wrongful conviction while campaigning for a judgeship. There are a lot of bad, corrupt judges in that area. It's out of control. Department of Justice better rein them in. You better rein them in. You better do it quick. Number four, pattern of negligence in handling civil rights violations. The FBI's refusal to investigate demonstrates a pattern of systemic failure to address public corruption and law enforcement misconduct in Lafayette County. Requested action by the OIG. Conduct an independent investigation into the FBI's failure to act on credible evidence of public corruption and civil rights violations. Initiate disciplinary action against any FBI personnel who neglected their duty to investigate these allegations. Refer the matter to the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice for further action. Ensure that safeguards are put in place to prevent future instances of FBI inaction in similar cases. Conclusion. The FBI's refusal to investigate these serious violations of federal laws resulted in a miscarriage of justice, wrongful imprisonment, and a violation of my constitutional rights. I urge the Office of the Inspector General to take immediate action to correct this failure, hold those responsible accountable. I don't want to do a damn thing. So I sidetracked, and I want to get back to what I was playing, actually. let me. Where the hell is it? Did I really close out of it? Hey, Candy Beavers, isn't that just a joke? Isn't that the biggest joke ever? Candy Beavers. She thinks this shit's funny. Thinks it's so funny. All right, getting back into this video.
Are you, sir?
All as well.
Do you see a publicly
You
posted?
drinking water too?
Sir?
I know it's hot and muggy out that bad boy.
Yeah.
I can see you sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot. You see your public notices? States of America with voting rights.
Who would you say?
People with disabilities, because disabilities do not discriminate. There are more of us than there's Mexicans. There's more of us than African Americans. There's more of us than, you know, Hispanics or whatever, you know.
But you don't think their rights are infringed upon, do you?
Well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go to the voting booths, I see plenty of people with disabilities have vans.
Richland County has their voting commission has been drugged into court by the DOJ several times for ADA violations in their voting booth.
Well, maybe that's why they've been complying. Because the last 3 voting cycles that I've been there, people with disabilities, they were going above and beyond to make sure that they were that requirement was satisfied.
And they better.
The
Now I went
cycles.
to the Richland County Recreation Commission, dressed just like I am now. Started a nonprofit organization, the Phoenix Volunteer ADA Title II compliance.
You started with
the Secretary of State's office.
When you started it?
Oh, well, if you look at it, it'll tell you that I've been in good standing since 1998.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what I did was I changed the South Carolina Highway Emergency and Local Patrol, because we're not patrolling anymore. We're not helping y'all anymore. We're not doing any of that anymore, because like the troopers advertised Star 47, and then when we were using it, they began to think we were abusing it. So,
oh, wow.
I don't know.
Did they ever give you an explanation?
Well, let me see. I used it on a reckless driver in Richland County, followed the reckless driver to York County. Hung up.
You followed them all the way from Richland to York?
Yeah. Hung up the phone with the.
Now let me ask you this: while you was following from Richland to York, were you on the phone with Highway Patrol?
Yeah.
It took that long for somebody to get involved?
I hung up the phone with them when I hit York County. I dialed 911. York County deputies stopped them.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, good.
Then a trooper finally caught up to us.
Okay.
Trooper says, I ain't seen him. And he hadn't.
Right. Exactly.
Okay? So here I am on the side of the road.
He would have had to witness the...
Here I am on the side of the road with a Batesburg Regional Rescue Squad vehicle with red light scope. Not blue lights, red.
Mm-hmm.
The trooper, D.W. Jenkins, D89, in York County, started looking at me like, okay, you're impersonating the police. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I dialed Star 47, dude. I've been on the phone with y'all since Richland County on Star 47.
Oh, they do go back and review the tapes.
And I said, and oh, by the way, since 1976, all law enforcement vehicles are mandated to have at least one blue, flashing, rotating, or oscillating blue in color light. Do you see any blue lights on that vehicle? We'll go fishing. So he says, well, we got this dog. Can I search your car? No, you can't search my car. But we got this dog. You see my service dog sitting in that car? I said, you go ahead and call any dog you want, and I'm going to swear up and down it's a false hit. Because my dog is in there, his food is in there, his treat are in there, his toys are in there. And I'm going to call that a false hit.
What was his
Plus, I don't do drugs. I was an emergency medical technician, Batesburg Lethal Rescue Squad, disability retired, Richland County EMS.
Are you retired Richland County EMS?
Yes.
Oh, give me another one then. What I'm talking about. How long you been retired?
August of 2001, because of hernias.
Okay.
After my third hernia surgery, the doctor said, okay, you're good to go back to work, full-time regular duty. Doctor, don't you realize what I do for a living? No, what do you do for a living? I pick up beach whales for a living. No more picking up beach whales for you.
You know what you told him?
Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. And you see it, you know. You see it, you know. You see it, you know. Okay? As a result of me and Scott Hayes, and before I confess to you, let me say this. You cannot put somebody on trespass notice on public property.
That what Scott Hayes was trying to do?
I'm on trespass notice from here.
What?
All Richland County Sheriff's Department property. Now, believe it or not, did you know you can't do that to me? Wow. Unless I've committed a crime on your property?
Right, and that's the caveat, that's a prerequisite.
You can look it up right now.
Right,
I'm on trespass notice from all Richland County property.
You ever had to commit a crime?
Yeah. I asked the sheriff, you know, hey, since Scott Hayes is no longer there, I don't have a beef with him anymore since he's not there. Can you take me off trespass notice? He said no. But I know he can't arrest me, and if he does, he's going to lose. And if he does, then I'm going to get him for harassment.
Yeah, and you're right. You have to be committing a crime. Like you out here being a public nuisance and, you know, disturbing the peace and, you know, all that crazy stuff.
You know,
and, I mean, we have to have a reason.
And
but,
I put all this on YouTube.
But all 3 times you come up here and I've encountered you, it's been pleasant like it is now.
Oh, yeah.
I never had a problem with you.
Yeah,
It's
and I appreciate you very much.
It's been pleasant all 3 times I've encountered you and everything.
Yeah.
But what you have to do is get on either join us on McDuffie's calendar or either Tracy Dub and sit down and talk with one of them.
They won't put me on the calendar and talk to me.
They won't? Now how you know that?
Because this is my 3rd time trying to do that.
Hold on. Let me grab my pad and get your information. Hold
okay.
On
all right.
Get your information real quick. You said it's your 3rd time trying?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get your information. Hold on a second.
Okay, thanks.
Skip it ahead till he comes right back.
Left you that check sheet.
You sure did. Let me get your information too.
Okay. My first time I came here, I had a check sheet. And I think I left you that check sheet.
You sure did.
Okay.
Sure did.
My second time I came here with y'all's ADA notice printed from the internet.
You sure did.
And I asked her for tape so I could post it publicly. She said no. I said here, and I left.
Okay.
Okay. You tell me it's in your break room.
Yeah.
I believe what you tell me.
Exactly.
But
This is just uncalled for.
This is a public notice to be in compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, which they were not. Yet they have been taking federal funds, saying that they're ADA compliant, and they're not. And then they tape the public notice up in the break room where it's not public, so it's clearly not a public notice. And then when he raises the issue more, they trespass him from the premises. I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you think that that is absolutely outrageous. As outrageous as I know it is. Well, I might be having some technical problems.
If you won't take me and show me, but I believe what you tell me.
Like right now, I'm in Chinese, what we call Chinese overdrive.
So
you EMT, so you heard that before.
Yeah, I know. How difficult is it to post it here?
Well, that's gonna be
1 page.
That's gonna be Chief McDuffie's call and Tracy Dove.
You need my name?
Yeah.
Okay. What else would you like?
And then put a good contact phone number down there. So I get all this stuff to Tracy Dove and Chief McDuffie. They got your name, good contact number, area code. And write the day's date under there. So they'll know you came in here today.
What is today's date?
Hard to believe, August 31st.
You're right.
That is hard to believe.
You are right.
Which is shocking.
You're right.
This year went by so fast, it's hard to believe we're about to turn into the 9th month.
But, you know,
We're
here's...
sitting there having a Thanksgiving meal before we know it.
Oh, wow. After Scott Hayes hung up on me like he did, I targeted...
That don't sound like Scott Hayes. I ain't saying you lying. I'm just saying that don't sound like him.
I targeted the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy. And if you remember your 2013-2014 legal updates video, Service Animals and Americans with Disabilities Act,
Yes.
I made that happen.
Did you?
Yeah. The chief called me on the phone, and me and the chief were talking, and it wasn't until I broke down crying telling them about your deputy, Josh Fabell, showing up over here at Dollar General because I was not accessed by the manager and I was berated by the manager. It wasn't until I got upset like I am now. And Josh Fabell said, "This is a civil matter. Have a good day." Gets in his car and drives away. It's a violation of 433340 South Carolina Code of Laws.
That was in 2014?
Yeah, that was in 2013, 2014 legal updates.
No, I know that was in the legal updates. I'm talking the incident you described.
Yeah.
That was in 2014?
Yeah.
So 8 years ago. But you gotta realize too, and I know you know this from the EMT side of the house, our deputies, and when I say our deputies, I'm putting myself in there.
Right.
We're getting smarter day by the day when it comes to a whole host of things.
Yeah.
Just like y'all was on the EMT side. Y'all
Right.
getting better and wiser
Yeah.
as y'all progress.
Yeah.
And you became more efficient.
Yeah.
And the same thing with us.
Yeah.
We got young deputies out here, guys and girls, they're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
And we know they do it in good faith, they don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, it's all about educating people too.
Right.
And so you went and educated them at the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy, and look what ended up happening.
Yeah.
And they're having a doggone legal update video.
Well, and not only that, but it's included in all basic law enforcement training classes ever since.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
sometimes it's all about education.
And we did not have a fake service animal law at the time. Now we do.
And there you go. All about educating.
So
and thank God the judge you was talking to over there, listen.
well, yeah, I got the South Carolina Department of Public Safety to listen, SLED, the Attorney General's office, because I caught them red-handed.
Alan Wilson? Alan Wilson?
Yeah, Alan Wilson, yeah. You can go to his website, scag.gov, look at the very bottom. Notice of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Click.
Yes, sir.
Okay. SCDPS website is on there too. The other thing I'd like to know is, why am I seeing your deputies?
That's Richard, right? Richard
Yes.
Capel?
Yes, sir. Why am I seeing your deputies giving verbal warning traffic stops? Did you know there's no such thing as a verbal warning traffic stop?
When you seen it?
On Danny, you the man.
Let me get my page.
Joey.
Oh shoot! And I just kicked it back. I gotta find that spot again. So I was pausing it right there because right here is where things are going to take a turn. This is where this officer gets. You can see he's about to get so upset.
Danny, you the man.
What you up to, bro?
Hey, I love what you do. I have a question for you.
You know who taught me?
I have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
Why are you giving verbal warning traffic stops?
Who don't?
Well, what's 56.5, 6560 tell you?
I don't know what that is.
Anytime a law enforcement officer initiates,
Hey, just because I say verbal warning doesn't mean they're gonna get a blue warning in their hand.
I've never seen it though.
You talking about on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't show everything on the show.
I know they don't show everything.
And reason being is because they don't want to film while we're sitting there writing tickets out.
Yeah.
Because it takes up airtime.
Oh, okay, I get that, but I've heard you say verbal warnings before, and I was like, and then I got a FOIA request for 90 days worth of verbal warning traffic stops from dispatch, from Columbia Central Dispatch, and man, there's a lot of them, verbal warnings.
There's a lot of
And then I got another one in 2013, 2014, and like for 3 months, each month there was over 200 verbal warning traffic stops being given out.
That's a lot.
And that was in 2013, 2014, and that was December, January, and February. And I targeted those 3 months because I know December you stop more vehicles than any other time because it's Christmas.
Because you want to show presence during that time to keep people safe. Yeah.
So that's why I targeted those 3 months. And I've got the FOIA request from the Columbia Central Dispatch. And like I said, for those 3 months, deputies, and they didn't tell me any deputy's name or nothing. 226 traffic stops and 200 something.
And we appreciate you looking out for them too, man.
Well,
and
I'm trying to look out for everybody.
Keeping everybody straight.
Trying to look out for everybody.
Thank you. I got a meeting upstairs.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you, bro.
Keep up the good work. I love what you do, man.
Thank you, man.
Look,
Be
I'm
safe
gonna
out there.
All right.
I'm gonna get it where it need to go, brother.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
All right, boss.
Giving
are
cops
you right?
more
Are you
freedom,
right?
power,
56.5,
and
65,
invade
60
authority.
Here, put it on there.
Sure, I'll be happy to.
All right.
With the cop shows.
No, something you want to discuss with Chief McDuffie as well?
Well,
You're right.
if the law says the officer that initiated the traffic stop, if no citation is issued and no arrest is made, you must issue the 56.5, 65, 60 form by the South Carolina Public Safety because it goes into their system. And then their system is set up to see if anybody's racially profiling, sexually profiling, or anything like that, and red flags them for investigation if they are.
We got you, man.
So,
I'm gonna get it where you need to go at.
All right.
Get my butt back here and do some work.
Thanks, boss.
Help them get caught up. Good to talk to you again.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourself. Thank you, man.
Enjoy that Labor Day too.
Yeah, man. You too.
When's the last time y'all talked?
Oh gosh.
So,
wow.
Yeah, what happened with him is fucked up. I gotta hurry up and finish this. I'm about to stream this, or I'm about to premiere this on We the People News. I'll let you get a sneak peek, or I'll get a preview of it before it premieres. Today, I bridged the gap. Or I helped to bridge the gap with a Columbia, South Carolina police officer. Where's that? Oh, you know what? I think it's on. I think it's on my other laptop. Here's what I'm gonna do. Shit. My mouse pad is fucked up. Huh? So my mouse pad is fucked up. I had to unplug my my mouse to that's not gonna work. Take that camera off. Man, I don't have time to be freezing up.